All right, guys, I want to give a quick my impressions of the new World of Outlaws Dirt Racing 24. We're going to go through it decently quick, and then I'll give you my thoughts on everything. I've played this pretty much all day today. I didn't want to put a whole lot of videos out until I've played around with it, but I have enough now, and I feel like I have a good grasp on it. First thing I want to talk about is the paint schemes on these cars. It's pretty much the same exact thing that we done in the other World Outlaws Dirt Racing 22 and the 23 upgrade. It's the same exact interface, UI interface through all this. Same shapes, same, a lot of the same sponsors and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. Maybe they've added some sponsors in or some shapes. But let's see here. Let's just look. Yeah, it's the exact same shapes that they had in the last one that you can use to make stuff with. And people have done a lot of phenomenal things with the last one, which was great. I wish they would upgrade this a little more in the next edition of this game, like 25 or 26, whenever the next edition comes out. I wish they would do a little more with this, but pretty much the same. All right, guys, the next thing I want to talk about is medals down here. I don't remember. There might have been a space on this that I didn't just look through in the last game, but in this one they have medals. So you click on medals, and you can go through, like I'm on the Dirt Late models, and it tells you, you know, what you've won on, what AI difficulty you've won on, what tracks you've won on. That like drove me nuts the last game because I had to go through like my videos to see, okay, did I do a setup video for this track? Oh, no, I didn't. Did I get a fast time for this track? Oh, no, I didn't. Like I had to go through a lot of shit to figure it out. But now it's right here. You just figure it out. Like you look at it and it tells you whatever series you're in. And just to show you, we'll switch series here right quick. DIRTcar, Stream Midgets, and just the change in the series is freaking phenomenal. Modifieds. So I went to Cedar Lake, I think it was, and done a setup video already for Cedar Lake for the modifieds. Yeah, there you go. So you can see that easy, normal, hard, expert, and legend. I set the fast time for those, or you know, beat the time that they needed. I finished second in the race, which is awesome. I didn't know they'd done that, but I finished second in the race that I had. And then the multiplayer, of course, I haven't done anything on it, but it shows you this. That's phenomenal to me. The next thing, guys, I want to talk about is the Outlaw Challenge in this, which they made a pretty big deal about the Outlaw Challenge, which I think is still pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. And I've done one so far, but you can go through these challenges that they have set for you through 7 stages and do each one of the challenge, which is pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? If they had more of them, I would be more apt to say this is really awesome, but they give you points. You get a special paint scheme if you succeed through all of them. I done the first one. I mean, I don't know how hard they're going to be through the rest of them, but I mean, it's a pretty cool addition. It gives you something else to do besides just go race at different places. The next thing I want to talk about the championship season. You can go to a championship season, and then you can pick, like, say, I want to run whatever series for a season and try to win a season championship, which I loved in the last game. And so in this game, if they've improved it any at all, I'm happy with it. All right, so guys, on the career, I've started in the career. I'm in the micro minis is what I picked. The micro sprints, I'm sorry. I picked the micro sprints, and I run one race, and I sucked. Of course, everybody's going to, because they set the bar so low. The only thing I hate about like running seasons on this, because once you get so good, like once you get the car upgraded so much time, then you're pretty much like running up top every week. So it kind of goes from like you're struggling, and then all of a sudden you do a couple upgrades, and now you're like winning every race kind of deal. And I hope, which I haven't run a whole lot of it, and it looks, I mean, they've done better in this one than they did the last one as far as the way you run a season, because you have to start off with micro minis. You can't start off in every freaking series you want to start off in unless you have enough money. But you start off in this, and then you work your way through the field, which is great. And if they've changed this any, that's wonderful. Of course, the online racing, everybody knows, you know, that runs this game, they like the online racing stuff. I haven't run any online on this yet, but it looks pretty much the same thing as it was last time. You know, you run your races, join races, or you can go join tournaments, or the leaderboards of whoever's running fastest at each track. So looks pretty much the same. A little bit a different interface to it than it was last time, kind of upgraded, but still the same thing. Okay, now guys, the big thing that I want to get into, the quick race, or just racing in general. in whatever series you're on. And I'm hoping that I can do a lot more setup videos for different cars besides the late models and the modifieds. And this one, which I'll be doing a lot of setups. I've already done a setup for the UMP modifieds at Cedar Lake for this game. But I want to get more into the midgets and the wingless sprint cars, man. I'm so excited. I haven't raced them yet, but I'm so excited about getting into them. Pro late models again, street stocks, 305s. I'm hoping I get a lot more videos out for setups for these different classes. But the main thing I've done is the UMP modified, and I've done a little bit with the late model. The tracks are a little different in this one. The track changes during the night as you're racing, which is something different than it was last time. It's pretty much the same track the whole night. So this track, the track changes, like from qualifying to heat races to the feature. You know what I'm saying? The line, actually I run the modifieds at Cedar Lake, and the line changed, you know, from where you run in the bottom for qualifying, kind of the middle to the top for the heat race, and then in the feature, it was all around the top. So the track's changing, and I love that, and hopefully they can progress that a little more, you know, later on. All right, guys, so and the last thing I want to talk about is Kern. I've done a little bit at Kern so far, and I think it's Millbridge. Yeah, Millbridge Speedway, which is cool. I haven't done anything in the late models on that. I've done a little bit in the late models, I think, for this track. I've done a little bit of setup, whatever, kind of working on it to try to get the Kern set up. We're going to run just a practice session here. I like how that works. Now, the dials on my control, on my steering wheel, are different than they were before, but something else about Kern, too, it's rough. It's rough as shit. Like, I run this track earlier, and I was like, holy shit. Like, is every track going to be this way? My nose is itching. I'm sorry. My nose is itching all this shit. I feel like I got too much gear in it. Like, the car's too damn wonky right here. I mean, that's as you can see, that's the best I've done so far. No, I've got to a 12.267, so I got down to the 12.2s earlier with it. But the car feels real jumpy on this track, and I haven't run Millbridge yet, but I'm going to assume it's going to be the same. So, anyways, I'm going to be working on setups for this and Millbridge and all these other tracks. So, outside of that, I mean, I feel like it's pretty much the same game with a couple of UI, you know, a couple of UI improvements. That's about what I can say. So, anyways, but we're going to have some fun with it, guys. We're going to get some videos out there. We're going to do some online racing, and hopefully a lot of good content coming in the future. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next video.